Okay. Um, yeah, I had another precognitive dream come true um from a couple weekends ago, and kind of took me by surprise because I have not been meditating much at all, but I used to meditate a lot more. And back when I meditated more, I had precognitive dreams, and now they're coming true. So I don't know. I was surprised, that I had another precognitive dream experience, and I do not plan on having any more, but I wasn't planning on having that one, so it's kind of hard to say what's going to happen. And then it makes you wonder, well, what is free will? And because there's some source of your soul that knows your future. And I still agree with Stuart Hamroth about this. His paper on the quantum biology of free will, and he gets interviewed about it on YouTube. And basically, our true free will is precognitive, and this is what Sir Roger Penrose talks about also. But and the irony is that precognitive free will is like the free will of the universe as well, like like the free will of God, if you want to call it God, or the goddess. I prefer the goddess, but the mystery, the myth story. And so then, and in Eastern, like in India, this was called Atman. Equals Brahman. So your personal soul equals God. When you have these precognitive visions that come true. Um, but of course, that that means that when you're awake, you can't. You're obviously your free will is not properly aligned, um, and so you're not choosing to have these precognitive dreams, but you're logically inferring that the truth of you is this self that cannot be seen through meditation, and then you experience these precognitive visions as your free will, which is, so it's definitely an irony of free will. And again, a great book on the precognitive dreams is Christina Donnell's book, Transcendent Dreaming. So, um, yeah, I call precognitive dreams glitches in the matrix. And I wrote a paper recently, summarizing a lot of my precognitive dreams, and then I deleted the paper just because it's a little too personal, and like it involves other people, and just out of respect out of their privacy, and also it's personal in the sense that precognitive dreams or visions are they're so interwoven with your own personal meaning of life that I kind of feel like other people would not really be able to relate real well. But they're almost like near death experience visions. When people have near death experiences, it's a similar kind of experience almost. And in fact, when people have near death experiences, a lot of times they are given precognitive visions in during their near death experience. So anyway, um, So yeah, part of me is like, well, if I stop meditating, then I'll stop having precognitive dreams because they're kind of freaky. Because when you have one come true, then you're like, well, what does it mean to be awake? And so that's like your own ego sort of like confronting itself, its own limitations, and what is the truth of reality. And there's really no escape from your precognitive dreams in a sense because eventually you have to accept the fact that they are the source of them is not your personal ego, but this state beyond deep, dreamless sleep, what they call turiya in Indian yoga, beyond the deep, dreamless deep sleep awareness. And so that's what we don't want to accept in the West or modern times, westernized reality, that's the truth of reality. Um, because it's a hard truth to confront that we're part of nature and we're like controlled by this larger consciousness, mother nature, whatever, the universe. And so not much you can do about it. But most people are like blissfully unaware. And um so it's kind of like, well, just because you have a precognitive dream doesn't mean it's going to be all, blissful, like fun and easygoing reality. But when I look back on the precognitive dreams I've had, they've all been like good experiences, like blissful experiences. So I think there probably is some connection there. Um, I think there's like a deeper level. What Trinity calls it unconditional love. So I think that's the unconditional love level of reality, and it's sort of like always underlying the more superficial emotions.